Hey y'all, welcome back to The Simple Way. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make turkey broth. Now, with the holidays approaching, you don't have to have a turkey right now to start on your broth. You can get a head start. I'm going to show you how, and then in my next video, I'm going to show you how to make your turkey gravy. So let's get started. So here are all of my ingredients that I'm going to be using for this recipe. I have here some turkey drumsticks as well as some salt and pepper to season it with. I have here some fresh rosemary, green onions, garlic, fresh thyme, celery, green bell peppers, and 2 onions. Now all of the measurements will be listed below in my description box. So first you're going to go ahead and rough chop all of your vegetables. When you cut your bell pepper in half, go ahead and remove the membrane. So we're going to roast these vegetables along with the turkey drumsticks. When you cut your onion in half, make sure that you leave the skin on. That's going to give our broth some color and flavor. Now, as you guys notice, I did not use any carrots for this recipe. If you want to use carrots, you can do that as well. It will sweeten up your broth a little bit, so that's up to you. It's optional. So this is an optional step. We're going to go ahead and cut the meat in half, and this is going to allow the marrow to release more easier. You guys, this was my late father-in-law's recipe, so I am so excited to bring this recipe to you guys. Make sure that you season your meat both sides with the salt and pepper. I forgot to use paprika, but I did add that later. I'm using about a tablespoon of salt here and about a half teaspoon of pepper. I'm going to rub that into the meat really good. Now I'm going to add all of the remaining ingredients to my roasting pan here. So now I'm going to place this inside of my oven, which was preheated to 425, and I'm going to allow this to cook for 40 minutes. If you make this recipe, you want to make sure that you place this on the top rack. So here I have a very large pot. This has 20 cups of water, which was preheated as well. Go ahead, take a look at this B-roll footage, y'all. This is what your roast should look like. Now we're going to add all of the contents to the pot. We're going to cook this for 6 hours. Now roasting our vegetables beforehand is going to add some flavor and some color to the broth. Also, you want to make sure that you add the pan drippings as well into the pot. So to do this, you just want to drop some water onto that pan and scrape. Now go ahead and add that to the pot. Make sure that everything is in that pot. So now, as you can see, I'm adding in some more fresh rosemary and thyme. And now I'm going to bring this to a boil. So I'm going to cook this for 30 minutes on medium-high heat, after which time I'm going to reduce the heat. On my stove, it was a number 4, but it might be like a medium-low setting. Now, midway through the process, the broth did begin to cook down. So as you can see here, I added in just a little more water. 15 minutes before your turkey broth is done, go ahead and season this to your taste. You want to sprinkle in some salt, stir it up, and taste it. So now that the turkey broth is done, you're going to go ahead and begin to remove the large contents from the pot so that you can strain the broth. Now, if you were to taste the meat at this point, you should not taste any flavor whatsoever in the meat, because of course every single thing should have cooked out of that meat, and everything is in that broth, which was so good. I tried it, it was so good. So I'm so excited to bring this recipe to you guys, because next we're going to make our turkey gravy. I'm just going to strain this into a large measuring cup, just like you see here. So as you can see, I went back in and I got that bowl that had those larger parts in it, and I'm going to strain that as well. Look at all of the broth that was still in the bowl. So you want to strain that as well. So now this is done. I'm going to go ahead and refrigerate this. I want to show you guys how much broth I have. I have here 8 cups. So this is really, really good. You can store this in your freezer. I'm going to go ahead and refrigerate this. I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired, y'all. I have been cooking this for 6 hours, and I'm going to come back Saturday and I'll show you guys how to make your gravy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Be prepared.
Whoa, wait. Can I show that?
I don't want nothing to hit me in my face. And just so y'all know, we working with a broken butcher's knife, okay?
Don't show them that. So you're wearing that so none of the meat is splashing your face?
I don't want nothing. Get back, Elise. Okay. Did that.
Yes, light it up.